Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, big game. All right. Well, Floyd Mayweather viciously responds to Canelo Alvarez's challenge for a rematch. Now, I'm going to get to Canelo secondary, and then I'm going to talk about Floyd right now. Now, in case you guys don't know, Canelo, for some reason, has called Floyd out for a rematch, you know, and I'm happy for Canelo. He got that gigantic contract, and, you know, now Canelo is feeling himself. You know, he got the big contract, so now he just started calling Floyd Mayweather out for a rematch. You know, and then he came up with the, you know, basically he was young and all that type of stuff. Now, look, you asked for the fight at that time when you was, what, 20, 21, 22. You asked for that fight. I don't want to hear that you didn't have no experience. You was 42-0 by the time you fought Floyd Mayweather. So, nobody don't want to hear that type of excuse, man, because that get to the point to where that's kind of weak. Now, we already know that there's a certain group of people that's trying to push for this fight, you know, that just can't get over Floyd beating Canelo. First of all, Floyd thoroughly dominated Canelo. Most people that saw that fight had Floyd winning 11 out of 12 rounds at best. Some people said at the very least Floyd won 10 rounds. I've watched that fight like, man, I done watched that fight like 30 times, and at best you can make an argument that maybe 2 rounds were even, but Floyd thoroughly dominated that fight. But Floyd responded with Canelo like, hey, you're a cheater, you got caught. Now, I know people go try to bring up the so-called what Thomas Hauser said about Floyd, but no proof ever surfaced, ever, whatsoever. Now, if you some diehard Canelo fan that's going to get butthurt about what I'm saying, if you say something slick, I'm going to block your ass. Try me. Try me. But in that fight, Floyd thoroughly dominated Canelo. He basically brought up the fact like, hey, you making $300 million over 5 years in 10 fights. Well, actually 11. I can make that $300 million in one night. So, you know, and another thing Canelo needs to stop doing is stop saying that somebody is embarrassing the sport. Because I take that personally. To me, that comes across as a undercover sneak, like racial diss. And I don't like that. Floyd is not an embarrassment to the sport. I mean, for real. Floyd brought in spectators that don't even follow boxing when he fought Conor McGregor. So he helped boxing. Just because all eyes was on him that night don't mean that he's embarrassing the sport. So I don't like that. And I just keep it 100. And I know Oscar is part of this too, because Oscar cannot get over losing to Floyd, and I guess neither can Canelo. But at the same time, Oscar was at rehab when Canelo had the biggest fight of his career. And he got thoroughly dominated. So, at the end of the day, Canelo needs to worry about Daniel Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, you know, Jamal Charlo. He need to worry about those dudes. David Lemieux, that's all the dudes he need to worry about. If he stay at super middleweight, he need to worry about Benavidez, Caleb Plant. You know, he need to worry about those guys. Those are the guys that he need to worry about. The Floyd train then came and it went. Floyd is doing Floyd. You know, you just need to accept your loss and just move on. Because, okay, let's just say Floyd do take the fight, and let's just say Floyd beat you again at 160. Okay, then what? So do you want to take that risk of losing to a 36-year-old Floyd and a 42-year-old Floyd? Do you really want to put yourself in that position? What if you lose again? Because then people going to look at you like, okay, well, so it's buyer beware. I think Canelo should just worry about, you know, the fighters that's in his age range and let Floyd be Floyd. So I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just giving you my perspective of how I see this thing. You know, I listened to Fred's video about where he said Floyd don't want to put no money in Oscar De La Hoya's pocket. That's true. That's true. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is, man. He really don't want to put no money in Oscar De La Hoya's pocket. When I say that Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya do not like each other, they really don't like each other. But I stand by what I said a while back. Oscar is jealous of Floyd Mayweather. He really is. It is not just a jealousy thing. It's deeper than that too. It's a racial thing too, whether people want to admit it or not. I'm just keeping it 100. It's a racial thing. It's a racial thing deep within. You know, a lot of people get mad at me because I bring these things up and say, hey, Tel, why do you got to make everything about? Because it is. It really is. If you know Oscar's history, you would understand what I was saying. Oscar did sneak diss black fighters for years and tried. I mean, he used to try to do that on a regular basis. Going into his fights, he would try to sneak diss black fighters, and he blatantly disrespected Pernell Whitaker, what he said about black fighters and shit. And then, you know, some butthurt Mexican got mad at me and said, oh, well, I can't find him saying that. Well, he said it, bitch. So, you know, he said it. And Dante verified it too. Like I said, I don't have nothing against Mexicans, but I'm keeping it 100. This Floyd Oscar De La Hoya thing is deep. It's real deep. Like I said, it's past the lines of boxing. It's outside of boxing, and it's racial. No matter how much people want to pretend that it don't exist, it's a racial thing. Like I keep telling you, boxing gonna always have a racial element. No matter how much people want to make these videos saying that, oh, it's not about you, a lie. You a lie. You a lie when you say that boxing don't have a racial element to it. Of course it does. Like I keep saying, this is why everybody making all these videos praising Eddie Hearn. For real. But I'm just keeping it funky, man, about the whole Floyd Mayweather, you know, Oscar De La Hoya Canelo thing, man. Canelo need to just move on, man. You lost. No excuses, bruh. You got beat. All this about you was young. Hey, you signed the contract, homie. You asked for the fight. And like I said before, to all you people that sit up and say, oh, well, Canelo was too great. But you told Floyd to go fight him. You said, oh, Floyd would never fight Canelo. Floyd don't fight young fighters. He fight old men. He was accused of fighting old men at first. You know, Marquez and Sugar Shane Mosley. But then everybody that Floyd fought afterwards, except for Manny Pacquiao, Floyd was pretty much older than him. Some of them were damn near like 10 years younger than Floyd Mayweather. So what's the excuse, man? Y'all just need to cut this bullshit out, man. Like I told you, man, I'm not minimizing my channel, man, just so I can say shit that'll make y'all feel better. It is what it is, man. Take it or leave it. And like I said, everything Floyd said was true. You know, to be honest with you, Oscar wasn't the face of pay-per-view because they had pay-per-view before Oscar came about. You know, Oscar was a beneficiary of being marketed well. That's what and he had the Olympic gold medalist thing. But when you look at Oscar De La Hoya as an overall fighter, to me, he in the same category with Sugar Ray Leonard. I thought Sugar Ray Leonard was overrated, and I think Oscar De La Hoya was extremely overrated. I've said this on several occasions that I thought Sugar Ray Leonard was a tad bit overrated. Some people get mad when I say it, but it's the truth. That's my fucking opinion. But Oscar was extremely overrated. Most of the big fights he was in, he lost. Okay? That's fact. He lost to Sugar Shane Mosley twice. Most people thought Felix Strong beat him. You know what I'm saying? He definitely lost to Pernell Whitaker. Okay? The Ike Corte fight was pretty close. I thought that Ike Corte edged Oscar out. You know? But, you know, then you look at Bernard Hopkins. Okay? Then you look at some of the people that Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to fight. Didn't want to fight Winky Wright. So when I hear people say that he fought everybody, that's complete bullshit. No, he did not. Didn't fight Winky Wright. Didn't want to fight Verdi Forrest. You know what I'm saying? In a fight that a lot of people thought he won against the second fight against Sugar Shane Mosley, he didn't want to fight Sugar Shane Mosley a third time. So I'm just saying, didn't want to fight Antonio Margarito. Didn't want to fight Miguel Cotto. So I don't want to hear that shit. But anyway, man, that's all I have to say about that, man. Let me move on, man. I'm out.